Hello and welcome to the channel Gone with Gandalf, where we are continuing on with our Divide and Conquer campaign as the Woodland Realm. And last time we took both of the settlements that you currently see on screen, but I have just ended the turn. I skipped the parts where I was just building some buildings, and I thought I'd cut that out. So we have a candidate for adoption. We're going to take that, and Anorian is under attack. Now, this is the final screen of the Elven Alliance script. So our binding agreement, we're going to go ahead and say yes. You can read that if you wish. Just pause it if you like to. So together we will be unstoppable, and the extra units from Lorien will be a boon. And well, of course you can still say no at this point, and then you get access to the Elven King's Guard. But I mean, you could have said that earlier. So now we get access to the Silvan Alliance encampment. And there is only one tier of that, I think. Yes. So this is the building browser. When you come down here, you can see all the different things that you can build. So the Silvan Alliance encampment, this can only be built in Minas Lascalen or Dol Guldur, Thranduil's halls, or Caras Galadhon, should you get that. So you get a free unit of upkeep, which is fine. Then we get access to the Gorthinen, which, as it says there, is just means silent death, and they're a pretty decent infantry unit. They're not amazing, but they're not bad. They frighten enemy infantry though, so they could prove handy in morale shocks. So then we also get the Lorien Scouts, which aren't really a charging like cavalry. They don't have a lance or a spear, but they are. I mean, we don't have any dedicated cavalry. You have horse archers only, so they'll certainly be useful, and they also have a bonus against wargs and horses, so that would be quite useful. And we also get Sentinels of Kerin Amroth, which are a decent sword and shield unit. Nothing really more to say about that. Then we get the Galadhrim Guards, which I think before there used to be a spear and shield, the elite unit of Lothlorien, but now they've been made into a halberd unit, so they can form a spear wall, and they're obviously skilled against mounts because of them having a halberd, and they're effective against armor as well. So that 10 attack is going to be pretty nice. So I think we've done quite well. But you can only build this, as I say, in, well, maximum of 2 regions really, although you could potentially get Caras Galadhon as well, but maybe later on. So what are we doing? So at Parth Gumru, as I am calling it. The reason why, so I've changed this name because it was Edraihan, and I got told by one of my friends, let's call him Jamie. His name is Jamie, but he is he's actually only half Welsh as well at that. But he is the Welshman of the group, and he didn't like that I had renamed some of my settlements. So of course I am going to change the name of one of my settlements to Parth Gumru, although Parth means field, and I was trying to find a word for sheep because Welshmen love their sheep a bit too much, some might say. And Gumru is how if it was Elvish it would be pronounced, but it's actually Cymru, as the Welsh might say it, but they can't even speak their own language apparently. And Edraihan isn't really a real settlement, so I didn't feel bad renaming it. And we've got a spy here. Let's send him out over here. And of course we also got Doornhack, although it just looks like Doornhack to me, or Doornhack. So kith and kin, and this is just sealing the deal that we are now forever allied to Lothlorien. So we got a leather tanner in Eminfuin. I don't think I'm going to be building anything up here. Potentially a vineyard, but I think we're going to be needing the money to build our barracks very shortly. And same really in Achnodiorn. I mean, actually get an artist studio so we can get the elven culture up. So it actually becomes useful. And I'm just going to call it DN. Art gallery, let's get that, because that as well is got a lot to build before it actually gets any useful, until we actually get any use from it. So we had a child that looks like baby Aragorn there. And, okay, so we're sending some units back to Minas Laskalen because, really Erunam Dirion, because we are going to be moving. I mean, we could take Brown Boat. However, I think we're going to leave that for now because, I mean, the rebels aren't going to be attacking us. And what are you doing, Dane? We're not actually allied to them, so I really hope he's not coming down here to attack us. Because we've only got Heladril over here on his own, but... okay, so we've got a bit more money. Is there anything I can use it on? I don't want to invest in Erunam Dirion just yet because it could get attacked. I think that's everything for this turn, actually. I don't... do we get an archery range? Let's get an archery range, what the hell. Do we still have money then to get the Silvan Gathering grounds here? That's... oh, it's very cheap. Yeah, we'll have it, no problem. Okay. So also, between this episode and the last episode, I had a look at the files a little bit, because I was trying to have a look at if there's anything else that I'm missing. And in there was a patch note, or patch notes, for version 4.5, and in there I found, it's just a changelog, essentially. But they have altered traits in this game to make them kind of tailored to a Lord of the Rings setting. And there's also some really cool immersion building traits. So when you're in your own lands, you get supply lines. I should have really had a look at them more before I began recording, but we can have a look in a moment and we can learn together. I have noticed them, but I haven't really looked into them. So when you're in safe lands, you get additional bonuses. I think they're just recovery after battles. And if you're in your own lands for long enough, then you get bigger bonuses, and then you're more supplied in enemy lands, and it just lasts. You get a small and minor buff that lasts whilst you're in enemy lands. That then decays and gives you a negative effect if you're abroad for too long. Well, we've been besieged here in Doornhack. Oh, that's really annoying. And we've lost some money. But Erin Tholin got a builder's hall. I built that myself. In the intervening period that I cut out. So Minas Laskalen got the art gallery, so that's going to be building. But the cool thing about this Silvan Alliance encampment, is we don't need any culture. So let's get that 2 turns, and we'll be building some, or be able to train some really good units. And here we don't necessarily need to get an art gallery. This isn't actually a forest region, it's grassland, so it hinder us a little bit, but not too much. We could get a stronghold here, which is the upgrade of a castle. Although let's get an archery range, because we can actually use that immediately. We have the culture, so why not? Erin Runen, you get the leather tanner, easy money. So some of these regions are getting some investment finally. I think that builder's hall is the first thing I've built in Erin Tholin. But we can't actually get anything else, so maybe a bit of a waste. But we will be able to soon. And so Sith Pantheon here, he was the general that commanded the successful defense of our capital against Mordor. And we're going to go in and kill this besieging army. I may actually just cut out a lot of it, because essentially what I'm going to do, if you've played Medieval Total War 2 before, and you're familiar with how powerful some towers can be, we're going to be reacquainted with this. You might say this is a cheesy tactic, but, these aren't amazing towers, but they'll certainly whittle them away. But this is going to be way too long to show here, and I don't think it'll be that interesting for you guys. So I'll probably commence the recording again at the end, really. Okay then, well, all I really did was manage to coax them towards our walls, and they've kind of been shooting away. We've actually killed 70% of them, but the walls really didn't do a whole lot, and it was mainly just, all of our archers, because they don't have shields, most of them. So we're just going to send Thranduil on his own out there, take out the Dol Guldur host. And we've got these two melee forces here that we're going to send in to help him if he needs it. But I don't know if he will. Okay, he will. He's getting surrounded. We may as well send these guys out. You go after the hunters over there. They're the archers, and the 42 of you are going to come round the side and flank them. I don't know which unit has the general in. I'll actually go after them.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him,
there he goes.
Will lose their will to fight.
And now they're probably going to run away pretty soon. Shaken over there. Okay, yeah, they're running. Well, we can let them go. As long as we catch everyone else. Hopefully now the walls actually stop shooting. So let's move away from them. I don't know how far away we actually have to get away from them. But it's just these hunters now that are still fighting. They'll probably run. There we go. Okay. The AI isn't the smartest at dealing with siege battles. We already killed enough of them. So, 476. So we lost 17 elves there, which is, it's a damn sight better than waiting for them to, attack us and defend there. Because you do take attritional losses in a siege, and more importantly, that is very important, but also we lose income from the settlement. And right now we're just trying to kind of consolidate what we've taken, and once we get it all built up and running, we will have no dramas at all. Although having said that, I've been thinking a lot about, because the nerfed economy, how should I, what is the best way to remedy that? And one of the things, I have kind of mentioned it in comments in the previous video actually, and what I want to do is go and take Moria. The goblins currently hold it, Khazad-dûm couldn't keep it, so we're going to go and take it. And Moria, the eastern variant, has, whilst we can't build mithril mines, the mithril resource in trade value is, at least it used to be bonkers. Like, the settlement, obviously as a dwarf, dwarven factions get better mines, they get an extra tier, and then just make more money as well. They make like 10,000 per turn just from the East Moria. So, whilst we won't make that much, we can certainly make half of it, I think. So, that would be really useful. I think that's everything for this turn. So, basically, I want to go and take that, and then also nip next door, take the western side. And also, we'll see the really cool battle maps, because they are custom battle maps. If you've never played Divide and Conquer, I don't think they were in 3rd Age Total War. I'm not entirely sure, because a lot of 3rd Age Total War maps have been improved upon and taken out of this mod. Although actually I think Moria one probably is in there, but it's pretty cool, especially the western side. You've got the wait, is it the western side? I think it is. I think the western side actually has the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, which doesn't make sense to me because... Oh no, I guess... Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting. It's been a while since I've fought there. I don't really play as Khazad-dûm ever. Maybe that's an idea for some in the future, although not now because we'll be fighting in the same area. But yeah, so anyway, what we want to do, Goblins of Moria are trash. Like they're the quintessential horde faction where they just got numbers upon numbers. So once we get to our better tier archers, which will be fairly shortly, we'll be able to take like masses of them down in each volley, and they won't even make it to our battle line. So we'll be able to take them out pretty easily. Now, on the other side, then there's Eregion, which we want for the advanced blacksmith. Because, it's just cool. And you get upgrades, visual ones quite often.
For the light!
Now we're moving these 3 archers, these woodland scouts that were previously attached to Legolas over here, because Erun Amdirion will soon be able to, or actually already can, retrain them. Because we've finally got the culture and we've got the buildings to support them. Now, I could build an archery range there, but I just don't want to pump that money in there just yet. I wonder if Legolas can actually come out of there. No. 65%. Oh, that's enough for us to take damage, and I don't want to be taking damage. But these 114, they can move out. I don't know if Thranduil needs to... I'd ideally take these out. But now having seen what the defenses of DN look like, the towers aren't as good as I thought they would, because it is only a castle rather than a stronghold. So... it's not as defensible as I like. Well, let's just keep moving these little detachments down. Oh, and wait, construction report. Oh yeah, so I hadn't forgotten. So whilst we could get an archery range here, it's 4 turns, and then we just get 1 unit. It is a very good unit. 8 missile attack is very nice, but for 3 turns... or in 3 turns, then we could get 4 units. So I think that's much better. And Achnodion got its artist studio. Now, it's growing quite well, so I don't know if I actually want to invest. I just want to hold on to the money that we've got currently. Although, having said that, I'm now going to spend it. Now, amassed builders... Well, we're going to be building maybe a port next in Barracks. So I want to keep a bit of money there, so let's just get land clearance there too, because this as a castle, I don't think I can build the highest tier barracks. No, so for an army barracks, which will provide our best units, the Elven King's unit or Elven King unit, we need it as a stronghold, and it's far away from us currently. And Dane has gone away, although he's still there, so he's probably just chasing Gundabad. My mind's kind of going in circles. Did I mention what I'm doing with the... Well, I'll just mention it now. The army that is coming down from Thranduil's halls, the one with Sid Pantheon, and their Dane goes off, that is going to go for Bur Southis, which is the region that borders Erun Amdirion, which is... and also Doornhack now. Excuse me. And the reason why I want why I want to take that region over the other ones is because once Dol Guldur goes to, I think, below 3 regions, they will get a full banner army. All AI factions get this. So once they go below a certain amount of regions for Dol Guldur, and I think most factions, it's when they go below 3. They'll get a full banner army, which is known as the Last Stand script, and you'll get a message at the beginning of the turn that it has happened with some flavorful message. And this can only happen one time, and the premise behind it is that it can go to the aid of that faction's last few settlements and potentially give them an extended, like a stay of execution. Now, we obviously are going to beat Dol Guldur, but we don't want to kind of be fighting them for too much longer, because they are very pesky to kill. Now, before, the Last Stand army always spawns in the same place for each faction. And I specifically remember that the Dol Guldur spawn point is between Erun Amdirion and Minas Laskelen, or between Dor, Lingvar, and Dol Guldur. So Bree's not doing well. It's roughly around here, because usually they would never lose like the settlements in this area. So, and Medieval Total War 2, the AI does not attack any region that it does not currently share a border with. So, if currently they own this region here, and it borders Erun Amdirion and also Doornhack. So it could attack this region or this region. It won't attack Ostingale and it won't attack Minas Laskelen. But Doornhack also borders Dantalad. But so basically, if we just take this region here, we will eliminate some of the threat and give us some more time. So Erin Runen got its leather tanner. It's kind of a backwater village, though. I'm not sure if I want to pump any money into it. And maybe roads here would be really good. I'll come back to that. And Minas Laskelen actually got the Silvan Gathering Grounds. Now, it would be useful maybe to get a Great Art Gallery to speed up the training. But we're going to get all of these, and we're going to ship them off to the front line. Now, how much money do we still have? And was there something being built over here? Oh, yeah. So I've already got that coming. So in 2 turns, we can get even more.
Elven warriors.
And wait, I'll just go over it as well, since they're new. So we'll get another unit of the Galadrim Guards in 20 turns. So they are quite rare. We're not going to be building armies of them. And the same thing with Sentinels of Keren Amroth, Lorien Scouts, and Gurdinen. Because the rest of our units will shortly be replenishing much faster. Because when we upgrade the barracks, so currently we still have a town guard or garrison quarters, which is the tier 1. These will speed up and we'll get them much faster. So max available 1 for those, then it goes up to 2, and it also aids in replenishment. So we'll be able to pump out more troops sooner, very shortly. Now, Dol Guldur will keep sending forces from Dantalad against us, but it'll just be trash, so we're not really that bothered about it. Now, we could take Brown Boat as well, but for the reason that I just mentioned, I think we're going to skip past it, because they're not going to be bothering us, hopefully. And, okay, so we still have some money. You know what, let's just get the port. Or do we? Do we get the port? Or do we get some troops? Oh, we can actually very soon get an archer. No, let's just get the port, because once we've got it, we've got it. Wise words. Or wiser words have never been said. I'm not entirely certain how much money it will actually get us, but it would just be nice to have it. So, well, this has been kind of an odd episode. Recently we've been having a lot of battles in these episodes, but now we've kind of won all of the key battles here, but we've just ran out of troops, which is a major issue when you trying to fight wars. And, well, that's just how it is. And with the money situation with the predicament that we currently have, where we are stretched quite thin. So we just need to, like, wait a little bit, and then we'll be able to press on and take out Dol Guldur. And then once we've kind of taken them out, we'll, I think, see a very large boost to our realm. Now, Dantalad is not a very good region to go for. And for the aforementioned reasons, with how the AI works, Dantalad will border, I think, the region known as Dagorlad. I think the city there, or the town there, is called Gelebrin. And that will be owned by Mordor, like 100%. And we are at war with them, and then they will start piling their troops through that gap. So we kind of want to save like that region till last. So we got another general somewhere. I'll have a look where he's. So we can train Woodland Sentinels. I'll get them immediately because we'll get another one in 13 turns from that current one. Oh, there's Gordush. And also Shagrul. Interesting name. Well, let's not bother getting anything there, because it's probably going to be besieged. We could sally out and take out that force, actually. Should we do that? Just end the episode on a quick battle. So we haven't really had one. Yeah, let's do that. Well, let's not take everyone, because otherwise they might not fight us. So, how is that even? It's just crap. I mean, maybe it's because I'm looking at 4 units there, and like we've really got like no entities in the unit. So there's like 30 elves in 1 battalion, which is like 109 less than they should have. But they've been fighting for a very long. Yeah, this is actually. I mean, there's no way we're going to lose, is there? Well, you're going to go right in as far forward as you can. And you guys are going to hide behind. Skirmish mode off. And, oh, that's so annoying. They're obviously hiding all the way up here. Well, we're going to go run to here, so we kind of negate that hill advantage a little bit. It's raining, which isn't fantastic. It just reduces accuracy a little bit. And shoot at whatever you want. Oh. And you guys, you're basically going to try and run around. Thranduil won't die even if they reach him. I mean, apparently they're just happy for us to keep on shooting. So, we will oblige. And this is just trash. I just don't want my archers to be getting shot by those hunters. Just keep shooting the... Like, we'll have no issue taking a few javelins, because... Or will we? We'll take a few... hits. Maybe this isn't the best thing to be shooting at. Can't even see the arrows because of the rain. Yeah, it didn't get many hits. To shoot the gob into that mass right there, that'll be good. Oh, they're moving towards us. Let's kind of run behind Thranduil and maybe they'll just run into him. I think we just go into melee now, actually. Thranduil's going off on his own, which isn't fantastic. We'll have to send a rescue party. You guys go over there. And we're just trying to avoid these hunters, essentially. So if we see them running towards us, then we're going to be running. Although these guys actually just shoot these hunters in the back. Thranduil, what is happening to him? He's a bit bloody. He takes one down. He's going to have a lot of hit points. So, whilst I'm a little worried that he is so exposed, and I hope we've not bitten off more than we can chew. Let's speed it up because nothing's really happening.
Victory will be ours.
Thranduil is literally in the worst possible position. I think we're going to have to send in...
They have lost half their men.
Oh my word. What are you doing, Thranduil? Okay, there goes the general. Not too soon. I must say, I got a little bit nervous there for a bit. That we were going to lose our faction leader. I think now he's probably... he's not safe. I mean, he's... it's kind of hard to say because you don't know how many hits he's already taken, so... We just need to make the rest of these rout, and there they go. Stop shooting and go and catch them. And also, actually, on the traits front, one of them was that if your general takes a lot of hits, like in many battles, and becomes like scarred or what have you, apparently there's some negatives to that. So, let's have a look at that actually before we end this. Because it's just coming up to, or I think it might have just gone past half an hour. And I like to keep them to about half an hour because, you know, if they go beyond half an hour, I don't want people to lose interest, essentially, is what I'm saying. But also on the subject of losing interest, I mean, I quite like to have these loading screens here because... Oh, did something... Oh, my phone, I guess, just disconnected. Sorry about that. But I quite like having those loading screens because it lets me just talk about whatever I want. But, oh, King Thranduil the Mighty. Now let's quickly have a look at his traits. Legendary Commander, +5. I think that's the most he can have. So safe lands. Yeah, that's being because we're in our own. Unstoppable in siege. Infantry Master. Great Conqueror. What else is there? I think Renowned Victor, that's not anything new. Written History, that's not new. Dislikes Dol Guldur. Oh, he's a Night Fighter now. Has he? I don't think he's been a Night Fighter. Oh, Brownlands. Okay, so because this is pertains to this region, so certain regions give negative effects. So, like, actually, only. So if you're a non-elven faction, you get negative bonuses in Mirkwood as well. And also Dol Guldur, they're okay. And Vale of Anduin, because they're the most likely ones to be around here. But everyone else gets a negative. And also Lothlorien, elves are the only ones to not get a negative. So Brownlands, we just get minus 10% movement points and less morale as well, interestingly. And less casualties recovering after battles. Okay, well, I don't see anything else there right now. So, very sadly, I was very rudely interrupted by my voice recording software actually crashing. So, we are just at the end of the video here, so I only lost the last minute or so. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to move this spy down here to Dantalad to have and keep an eye on Dol Guldur. It is only a town, so not massively useful. They will just keep sending trash towards us. Then we've got Sith Pantheon here, and he's going to be moving down to Bur South, this region just here, to take out that. And just there where I was using the cursor, that is where the last stand army of Dol Guldur will be spawning, so we've got to be aware of that. We've got a lot of generals in Minas Laskalendo and some good units being trained, and of course also these archers, we can retrain these in Erin Amderion, so that's quite nice because we've now got the culture there. But thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed then please do, because I see you watching but you're not subscribing. Anyway, I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.